go for you now. So if you've got a mat, grab yourselves a mat. If not, a towel will do. And maybe put some nice music on in the background. So we're going to start with our feet underneath our hips, toes are facing forward. Stand up nice and tall. Think about your posture and imagine you've got a piece of string lifting you from the centre of your head up towards the ceiling. We're going to try and be tall, and then I want you to turn your palms to face the front, and that's going to squeeze the shoulder blades back a little bit. Take a breath in through your nose, and as you breathe out through your mouth, you're going to pull your belly in and try and tighten your tummy. So we take a breath in, relax, and then breathe out, pull the belly in. Breath in, relax, breathe out. So if you know how the pelvic floor works as well, as you exhale you can give your pelvic floor a little lift at the same time as pulling your belly in. So inhale, relax, exhale, pull in and up. So we're going to start to roll the shoulders. Carrying on with those breaths. And breath in. And out. Holding it there. Allow the arms to float up as you inhale, and then exhale, pushing them down slightly behind the body. So we're going to inhale, lift, exhale, pull the belly in. So what you can do, as the arms come down, you can take your chin towards your chest. So we're going to inhale, exhale, push down, chin to chest. Let's do one more. Inhale, exhale, and release. Reaching down to the side. Inhale, lift. Reach down to the side. Inhale, lift. And on this one, we're going to hold it there, and if you can, lift the top arm over and release. So we're going to reach down. Inhale. And then on this last one, hold it there, reach up and over. Let's do that again to each side. Reach. So don't forget, every time you exhale, you're trying to pull the belly in a little bit. And we're trying to reach directly side to side without leaning forwards or backwards. And this time we're going to take it up and over. And release. We're going to take both arms out in front, shoulders are down. I want you to open out and look to the side and then come back to centre. And we change sides. So we open out and back. So your hips are staying facing forwards, and it's your upper body that's going to rotate. So we can exhale and inhale. As you breathe out, pulling the belly in. Last one. And release. So feet should be underneath your hips already, toes facing forward. Take it into a narrow squat and then lift. Being careful that the knees stay going over the toes and that you don't bring your knees together. So we want to keep the knees facing forwards, going in the same direction as the toes. Trying to keep your back straight. Inhale to bend, exhale to lift. So we want to keep the knees over the ankles as we bend. Try not to come this way and lift the heels. So we want to keep the knees over the ankles. Inhale and exhale. Two more. Pulling the belly in as you breathe out. And hold it there. We're going to take the right foot forward with a heel. And then I want you to tap your toe, heel and toe. So if you need something to hold on to, then grab something. This is just working to strengthen our ankles and also working on balance. Changing legs. Heel, toe, heel, toe. And place the foot down. So again, hold on to something if you need to for this going to try and lift the heel off the floor. Bring one arm in front, one arm to the side, and then you're going to try and lift the knee up if you can. Now, if you can't hold that balance, like I said, hold on to something, or you can just keep the heel off the floor and leave the toes down. So we're going to change sides. You can just lift the heel, or you can bring the whole foot off the floor. And change. One more. And relax. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves down onto the mat. So feet under the hips, toes facing forward, chin comes to the chest. Softening the knees, we're going to roll down and come onto all fours. So you've got your hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips. Taking the right foot back, flex the foot, and then try and keep your back stable and keep your hips pointing to the floor. You're going to squeeze the heel up towards the ceiling and then tap the toe down. So squeeze and tap. Don't let the back arch as you lift the foot up towards the ceiling. Last one. Bring the knee back underneath and then change sides. So flex the foot, squeeze and lower. So if you're looking just in front of your fingers, that should keep your neck in line with your spine. Keep the hips pointing down to the floor. And bring the feet in. So knees under hips still. We're going to take the hands slightly wider. So if I do it from this angle, hands are just slightly wider than your shoulders. So if you have got a mat, it's the ideal place just on the edge of your mat. We're going to do some push-ups. So you've got the option of doing it here in your box press up position, chest down and up, or you can take your hands and your body weight further forward. Just be careful in this position, don't let your hips drop. So we want to keep the hips lifted. So in this position, down and up. Yeah, so either of those two positions is fine. So taking a breath in, we're going to take the chest down to the floor and then breathing out and pushing up. And again, breathing in to lower, breathing out to push up. So you don't have to touch the floor if you can't, just go down as far as you comfortably can. Using your breath, inhaling to lower, exhaling to lift. Can you do two more? And then if it's comfortable for you, take your knees apart, bring your toes together, sit back into child's pose. So if that's not comfortable, just have a little rest wherever you are. And then bring the legs through. So you're going to lie on your back and turn your palms up towards the ceiling with the back of your hands resting on the floor. You may need a towel under your head. If you feel like your head is tipping back like this, then I want you to put a towel underneath or a cushion. Palms to the ceiling, relax the hands down. Pull the shoulders down away from your ears. Feet should be in line with your sit bones. Knees should be about hip distance apart. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull the belly to the floor. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull the belly down. So keep going with those breaths. And again, when you pull the belly down, if you know about your pelvic floor muscles, you're going to give those a little lift inside. So we do inhale, relax. And then exhale, pull down. From there, lift the right leg to tabletop as you exhale. Inhale and lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. This is going to be option one, so stick with this level if that works best for you. Option two, hands behind the head. You can lift the head and shoulders. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Remembering to pull the belly down to the floor as you lift up. arms down by your side. Next exercise is the double leg stretch. So we're going to bring the hands onto the thighs. Slightly different with the arms, as I've not got space to circle mine. We're just going to take them back and then bring them to the thighs. So inhale, arms come towards your ears. Exhale, squeeze them to the thighs. This is going to be option 1. You can keep both feet down on the floor. So hold it there. Option 2, bring one thigh in towards the chest, push your lower back into the floor, hold your tummy tight and bring the other thigh in. We're then going to do the same thing from here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So a more advanced option for those of you that are used to doing Pilates, we can extend the legs as the arms go back, but only if you're used to doing this exercise. If this is pulling on your back in any way, please bring the thighs back in towards your chest and just do the arms. One more. From there, one foot comes down and then the other foot comes down. Roll yourself onto your side. So you can lie with your head on your arm, or if that's uncomfortable, get a cushion or a folded towel up and you can rest your head and bring your arm in front. So top hand is on the floor for support. We're going to take a breath in. Just make sure you can see your toes. Breathe out, lift the top leg. Breathe in and lower. Breathe out and lift. Breathe in and lower. That's option 1. Option 2, we're going to lift both legs. Inhale and lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale, lower. So don't forget, as you exhale, you're pulling the belly in towards the spine. Try not to press too much into this hand. If you want an extra challenge, you can take the hand away and see if you can still balance. Last one. And from there, we're going to change sides. So underneath arm. Head down, make sure you can see your toes, bring this top hand in front for support. Taking a breath in, as you breathe out you can lift the top leg, inhale and lower. Exhale, belly comes in, inhale, lower. Or for a more advanced option, you can lift both legs. Place your hands on your thigh if you want to test your balance. Reaching the hand down towards the toes. Last one. And relax. So you're going to lie on your stomach and rest your forehead on the back of your hands. Toes are slightly turned in, so big toes are going to be together and your heels are going to drop away from each other. Here. So keep facing down for me. I'm going to face this way so that I'm not talking to my mat. Take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, I want you to lift your right leg and think about lengthening it away from the body. Inhale and lower, and then change legs. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. So we're not trying to kick the ceiling, you're trying to lengthen the leg away from the body. So if you imagine I'm stood behind you and I'm pulling the leg away from the body. You should feel that a little bit in your glutes, that's your bottom, and then in the backs of your legs. So don't forget, as you exhale, you're lifting the leg, pulling the belly in towards the spine, inhaling to lower. Shoulders are relaxed. Last two. And breathe. bring your hands to the side of your chest, push yourself up, hands under shoulders, knees under the hips, into a cat stretch, drop your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under, stretching up, and come down to a flat back, and then you're going to go again, stretching up, and down to a flat back. So the next exercise we're going to do is called a leg pull in Pilates, or you might know it as the plank. If you can, we're going to do this on our elbows. So elbows should be underneath your shoulders, wrists should be in line with your elbows. You can keep your knees down on the floor by tucking your pelvis under, or you can curl your toes under and you can lift your knees. So either of those two options is fine. So take a breath in, looking at your hands, lift up, staying on the knees, or all the way up, and just hold it there if you can. So we're trying to keep the bottom in line with the shoulders, don't let your hips drop low. If you need to rest, you can. If it's pulling on your back, please put your knees down on the floor. So we've done 30 seconds. We're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Again, if child's pose is comfortable for you, knees apart, toes together, sit back. And bring yourself up. Bring your legs through. And then we're going to lie ourselves back down. So flat on your back. Again, feet in line with the sit bones. Knees pointing up towards the ceiling. Arms just relaxed by your side. Hands behind the head. You're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to do a sit up. And then inhale and lower. So we're going to exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. So exhale, come up. Now if you can, we're going to rotate and take the hand to the opposite leg. So this is option 1. For those of you that can't lift your head and shoulders off the floor, so keep going if you can do this. You're going to put your hands to the side, bring your knees and ankles together, and you're going to do some rotations instead. So this is if you can't lift your head and shoulders. So we drop the knees to one side and squeeze back up. So you can look in the opposite direction to the knees, and you want to keep your shoulder blades on the floor. So this is the other option if you can't lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Everyone else? We're still reaching side to side, pulling the belly down towards the floor. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Bring your right thigh in towards your chest, let your heel drop towards the bottom. So at this point, if you want a longer workout, rewind the video back to the floor exercises and you can do them all again. So we're going to straighten the leg, hold above or below the knee, relax your foot. And then ease off. Now we're going to flex and pull the toes down. Ease off and then go again, flex. And relax. Changing legs, bring the thigh in towards the chest, let the heel drop towards the bottom. Taking the leg up, hold above or below your knee, bring that leg towards you, relax your foot. And then ease off. Now flex, pull the toes down. And again, flex. and let the foot rest on the other leg. So for some of you, you'll just stay there. For those of you that are able to, you're going to take hold behind the thigh. And then do the same stretch on the other side. So turn out and just stay there, or if you can, make sure your head is relaxed down. And relax. From there, roll yourself onto your side, and then take your time to sit yourself up. And then sit however is comfortable for you, but I want you to try and sit nice and tall. So if you struggle to sit with a straight back, pop a cushion or a towel under your bottom and that might help. From there, take both arms out in front, shoulders down, and take your chin towards your chest. And release. Take the hands behind, you're going to squeeze your hands in towards one another. One arm comes up, place the other hand on the floor, lift it up. And then the same on the other side. And release. So sit as tall as you can, take a breath in, let the arms float up, breathe out, push down. And again, breath in. And then on the last one, you're going to bring your hands together at the top, draw them down. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Stay safe, and I'm really hoping to actually see you all soon in person. Bye.